Ladies and gentlemen, from the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace and Justice, Deacon Gerald Celente.
Hello, everyone. This is Deacon Gerald Celente of the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace and Justice. My heart is broken to see what in the world is going on in front of everybody's eyes. The genocide being committed by Israel is horrific. And where is the outrage? Where are the billionaires? The Gates, the Buffetts, the Bezos, the Musks. Where are all these billionaires not speaking about or donating a penny for peace? Where are all the religions, the Catholics, the Baptists, the Quakers that died in an earthquake, the Seventh-day Adventists that are waiting for the eighth day? Where are the Episcopalians? Where are they? Where are all these religions that pretend to believe in God, that are not out there calling for peace and freedom and justice? What, do they all have lockjaw? Or are they cowards? Are they ignorant? I know someone who goes to church each Sunday, and she told me that her Catholic priest says to pray for Israel. Isn't that nice? Pray for Israel. How about the Palestinian people that are being slaughtered? Totally slaughtered in front of everybody's eyes. Genocide, by definition, of course. Netanyahu's far-right minister, this Ben-Gvir, called on Israel, quote, to encourage emigration, meaning throwing the people out of Palestine on the Gaza Strip. In order to preserve the security achievements that our soldiers lost their lives for, we must resettle Gaza with security forces and settlers. Settlers? How about land stealers? How about colonists? How about in violation of the Geneva Convention and Article 242 of the United Nations? This is the only real way to make the Hamas Nazis pay a price and to defend our nation and country. First, we must return to Gaza now. We are coming home to the Holy Land. Holy Land? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? What if I don't believe in the baloney that you're telling me I must swallow? Oh, it says in the Torah, chapter 6, section 8. This is disgusting. But these are the people, these call the Hamas Nazis? Hey, how about all those people that are rampaging all the trucks coming into, not all of them, but many of the humanitarian trucks with aid? Oh, you saw the pictures. Oh, another one just happened on Friday, where these extremists attacked the people driving these trucks with humanitarian aid for the starving people in Gaza and throwing all the food out of the trucks. I would say that's a pretty Nazi act, to keep starving the people there. One after another, day after day, bombing the place into ruins, bombing it, destroying their homes, their schools, their hospitals, their universities, their churches, their businesses, blowing it to smithereens under the baloney. We're getting Hamas. Oh yeah, Hamas is living in everybody's home. This is Dresden 2.0. the annihilation of innocent people under the guise of getting the war criminals. Yep. And this is the language, by the way, from Haaretz, the Israeli newspaper. The far-right minister also added that he opposes transferring humanitarian aid to the Gaza, saying, quote, "What humanitarian aid? Want food for the children of Gaza?" Isn't that nice? Yep. Genocide. The deliberate and systematic destruction of a group of people because of their ethnicity, nationality, religion, or race, according to Encyclopedia Britannica. Genocide in front of everybody's eyes. And if you condemn it, you're an anti-Semite. That's right. That's the United States government passing these laws. And again, these people aren't Semites that are running and ruining Israel. They are Ashkenazi Jews like Ben Gvir. They're from northeastern region above Turkey, Khazars. They're not Semites. Palestinians are Semites. So even the word anti-Semite is all made up. And this is from Haaretz. Interior Department staffer becomes first Jewish Biden appointee to publicly resign over Gaza war. Lily Greenberg Call, special assistant to the chief of staff of the Interior Department, cited her Jewish upbringing and ties to Israel in a resignation letter. Quote, "I can no longer in good conscience continue to represent this administration amidst President Biden's disastrous continued support for Israel's genocide in Gaza," she wrote. Oh, I guess she's an anti-Semite. She's Jewish. She's condemning this, as are all of my Jewish friends except one, as is Norman Finkelstein, Jewish. Max Blumenthal, Gray Zone, Jewish. Jewish Voice for Peace, Jewish. Are they anti-Semites? Yep. She condemned Biden's comments he has made since the Gaza war began in October, including one where he warned, quote, "There wouldn't be a Jew in the world who would be safe without the existence of Israel." Israel that was invented by the Balfour Declaration in 2000 and, in 1917. In your Trends Journal in 2006. Crusades 2000. That's all this is. It's another crusade. Regardless of what England's reasons or intentions, self-serving or otherwise, Crusades 2000 was set in motion by the 1917 Balfour Declaration. Quote, "His Majesty's government views with favor the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people and will use its best endeavors to facilitate the achievement of this objective." His Majesty's government? You mean the murderous gang from the UK where the sun never set on the British Empire as they attacked countries all over the world, stole their, raped, pillaged, and plundered everything they could? Oh, the reports came out between 200 to 400 million people in India died because of what His Majesty's government did to them as they occupied India. Who are they to say what should happen in Palestine? They have no right. So going back to what this woman, Lily Greenberg Call, said, and what about Biden, that there wouldn't be a Jew in the world who would be safe without the existence of Israel. They invented this place in 1917. Oh, the Balfour Declaration brought to you by the Rothschilds. Oh, and let's keep moving forward. Then, 47, 48, the United Nations declares the state of Israel. The United Nations, they had about 56 members back then. You mean a gang of politicians that declared this? And again, many Jewish people are opposed to this. One of them is Dr. Naomi Wolf. I listened to one of her podcasts recently. Again, you hear the baloney spewing out of the mouth of these people, like this guy, Isaac Herzog, who's the president of Israel, saying that God gave them this land. What if I don't believe in your God? I'm not telling you to believe in my God. Don't you tell me I have to believe in your God. I'm a warrior for the Prince of Peace. Yeah. The Prince of Peace that drove the money changers out of the temple. Yeah, this is one of the covers of our Trends Journal going back to 2011. 3 days later, the Prince of Peace is hanging on the cross. And I don't want to hear the baloney that you are the chosen people. And that's what Naomi Wolf said. I wrote down what she had written, what she was speaking about. She said, it's not okay. You're the children of Israel. You're ethnically descendants of Abraham. You are my chosen people. That's not what it means. She said, if you do certain things, it's not ethnicity, it's moral behavior. That's what the God that they believed in or believe in said about chosen people. Had nothing to do with being a descendant of Abraham. It had to do with moral behavior. And as witness for all to see who are not deaf, dumb, and blind, it's immoral behavior now being committed by, quote, the chosen people. You should see the cover of our current Trends Journal. Here it is. With God's help, together we will be victorious, said Netanyahu. Again, you mean with Satan's help? God condemns genocide, and you are committing genocide. The United States is supporting it, keeps sending more and more weapons of death. Just sent another $1 billion to keep slaughtering the Palestinians with more weapons of death. And again, you go to the Guardian. Barbaric Palestinian lorry drivers recount settlers' attack on Gaza aid convoy. Right there, pictures are there for all to see. They're not condemned. How about those pro-Israeli students beating up all those young people protesting at UCLA a few weeks ago? Pictures, names of the people doing it. None of them get arrested, but they arrested all the peace protesters. Not all of them, but many of them. Not one person arrested for beating these people up, suffering serious conditions, being arrested. None of the pro-Israeli Zionist attackers have been arrested. UCLA attackers exposed. Meet the violent Zionist agitators LA police have not arrested. Yes, this is according to Max Blumenthal, not an anti-Semite, a Jewish guy. The Gray Zone has obtained a dossier detailing the identities of the Zionist hooligans who assaulted UCLA anti-genocide student protesters. It was sent to the LA police, but no arrests have been made. And the cops still can't explain, or they won't explain, why they disappeared for hours during the mob attack. Isn't that nice? That's how America has descended, and it's only getting worse. Yep. We have this guy, Blinken, who's the Secretary of State of the United States, saying that he warns fighting could undo gains on humanitarian aid. What, fighting? You mean the mass destruction, the genocide being committed by Israel? Oh, it's going to hurt humanitarian aid? Not according to Netanyahu. No. He said no humanitarian crisis in Rafah. Yeah. He claimed that the Israeli army is conducting what he describes the evacuation of civilian populations while fulfilling our commitment to their humanitarian needs. This is how disgusting things are. And this is what the American media keeps reporting and supporting. Yep. And even CNN came out with an article unmasking counter-protesters who attacked UCLA pro-Palestinian encampment. While the criminal investigation is underway into the assaults that occurred at UCLA, the identities of most aggressive counter-protesters have gone largely unknown. A CNN review of footage, social media posts, and interviews found that some of the most dramatic attacks on camera that night were committed by people outside UCLA, not the university students or faculty who were eventually arrested. Right. None of the attackers were arrested. Yep. All the information's here for all to see. All the people being beat up, young women, innocent guys. It's fine. And then, of course, the Ukraine war. Another $60 billion America's sent there. France is sending more money there. They're losing the war. What we had forecast what would happen. No outrage, only support. World War III has begun, and if we don't stop it, get ready to die in nuclear annihilation. Read Israel's Samson option. If they lose, they go nuclear. And they're going to lose too. They're losing already. So please donate to freedompeaceandjustice.com. And we're planning a peace rally this coming September. We're going to wait. We want to do it just before the presidential election so that we can make clear what's going on in America and how it's going to affect much of the world. Thank you for tuning in. Amen and amen.